Hey guys, John Pavia here. I want to talk a little bit about some upgrades you can do to your modular 4.6 or 5.4 oil pumps. The pump we're going to be working on today is the stock high output pump out of the 2003-2004 Cobra. This is my personal pump, so we're going to take the back of this off using a T30 Torx bit and see what we have inside. So if you're watching this, you probably already know what we're going to do today with this oil pump, and that is replacing these stock powdered steel gears with a good quality set of billet steel gears. Now these powdered steel gears may work for you in a stock application, but if you start making a lot of horsepower, I wouldn't trust it. There's no reason to skimp out on this portion of a expensive engine build only to save a couple of bucks. Now these powdered steel gears, it sounds weird when you think about it because it looks like a hardened piece of steel. But if you were to look at these under a microscope, you would see a lot of pits, a lot of cracks and voids, and that really leaves them vulnerable to breaking. I've seen them crack, I've seen them shatter, and if you lose oil pressure, your engine's toast. It's game over. So one of the most common things people do are to replace these with a good quality set of billet steel gears. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that manufacture these now. The company that I chose is in the oil pump business. They specialize in oil pumps and oil pump gears. So the choice was simple for me to choose Boundary Engineering. Now, their gears are manufactured out of 4140 billet steel. That's 18 times stronger than the stock guys. So let's take a look at the Boundary gears and get them installed in this pump, and we'll go from there. So these are the gears from Boundary. There's not a humongous difference between the stock powdered gears versus the Boundary gears as far as looks go. The Boundary gears have their name engraved on the outside portion of the gear as well as the inside of the gear. They come very well packaged. I was pretty impressed with the packaging job, and they also include all of the detailed information on what goes on with making these gears, all the tolerances, all the inspection criteria. I mean, you can't just take one of these gears and cut them out on a lathe, stick it in your pump, and hope for the best. There's got to be a lot of work that goes into making these gears, and Boundary is one of those companies that have been in the industry for a while. They know what they're doing when it comes to oil pumps and oil pump gears, so their quality is definitely there. Now, doing this swap is pretty simple. If you're to this point, you already know pretty much how to do this. You get the back cover off. Your stock gears basically come right out of the housing. I always like to look inside, clean any dirt, debris. If you've had a catastrophic failure and you've broken a set of gears, you want to make sure you get every bit of metal out of here. This is your oil pump, and also this is the only portion of the oiling system that is not filtered. So any loose debris, particles, you want to get out. So I like to, like I said, grab like a lint-free cloth, clean all the old oil out, any of the debris that may be floating around inside. Get all that out. I usually put a little bit of oil just to lube it up a little bit. Set this gear inside. Should just drop right in and spin freely. Put a little bit of oil on the gear here. You don't have to go crazy. Sits in like that. That's pretty much it. It's not rocket science. Make sure, again, it's all clean, free of debris, no loose particles floating around inside of there. Once you get the gear set in, you're pretty much ready to put the back of the pump back on. Set this back on, put these Torx screws back in.